project is Stress is a Mess. Chill out. Before I start this project, I'm going to ask you one question. Do you get stressed out a lot?
Yeah, kind of.
Well, then this project is for you. Many people have stress. Kids have stress when they want candy. Teens have stress when they want their cell phones. And adults have stress with work. There are many people have stress. So my purpose of my project is to find out which age group, which is teens, adults, or kids, have more stress. How I got the idea of this project was, I have a brother, and before he was a teenager, he used to be so silent and calm. But then after he turned into a teenager, he started getting very stressed out and angry. So my hypothesis is that teenagers have more stress than adults and kids. How I did this project was, I gave each person first a questionnaire test, as you can see here, and then I gave them 13 questions and I told them to answer them. Then I gave them the second test, which was the imagery test, which is the illusions test. And there were 8 pictures, and if the image was slow, then that meant that they had less stress. If the image was fast, that means they had more stress. And if the image was in like no movement at all, that means they have no stress at all. So, third test was the game test. But before the game test, I took their blood pressure to see if they were relaxed or tensed before the game. Then I gave them a test, which was Subway Surf. I told them to play it and I recorded down their emotions. Then I took their blood pressure again to see if they were relaxed or tensed. And then the fourth test was the jump rope test. And in this test, I told them to do how many jump ropes they could, and then I recorded how much they did, and I took their blood pressure to see how much they are physical in this. And then I scored all of them by how much. So like the first test, it will be scored by 65. The second test was scored by 24. The third test was scored by 6, and the fourth test was scored by 5. If you would like, you can take a look at my reports. I did a different notebook for each person. So ma'am, if you don't mind, may I do my project on you? Now, for the results, as you can see here, the teens got the least on 3 of the tests, which is the Q&A, the observation test, and the game test. But the kids got highest in most of them. So on the Q&A test, the kids got the highest, the adults got the second most, and the teens got the lowest. In the second one, the adults got the highest, the kids got the second most, and the teens again got the least. And then on the game test, the kids got the highest, the adults got second most, and the teens got the least again. But on the endurance test, the adults got the least, the teens got second most, and the kids got the most. So, in conclusion, I can find out that kids are stress-free, and my hypothesis was proved correctly, because teens, they do have more stress than adults and kids, as you can see in my results. So, I'll give you a few tips to relieve stress. The first tip is to have at least 8 hours of sleep. That's how you won't be cranky in the morning. The second test is to get exercise at least 3 times a week. That's how you'll be physical and active and all. The third test is to eat healthy. Don't eat junk food. Try to eat healthy most of the time. Try to quit on junk food. I think you can do that. Everyone can. And then have some quiet time without your cell phone. Cut up on WhatsApp and Facebook and all that. And then the fifth tip is drink a lot of water. Say no to caffeine. Caffeine, as everyone knows, caffeine is not good for you, and it could cause stress. And then the sixth one is to play with your friends and family. Have fun, be active. And then the seventh tip is to control your anger. Count to 10. Just control what happens when you drink hot water, which I did here. Here's cold water and here's warm water. And the cold water, I put oil in both of them, and the cold water became all fat, which causes stress. But the warm water is nice and clear. So to drink hot water, which is good. To do lots of sports, like I said in my tips to relieve stress. And to sleep better for like 8 hours. Sleep. So try to go to bed early. And then to eat healthy, not to eat junk food. And then last, my tips to relieve stress. So I also, these were the images that I did, and my dad gave me this book, and it's about stress management from his office, Manhattan. And they wrote what they would do to help stress, how not have stress in their office. If you would like to take a look at these two. Okay. So this project took 2 months to complete. It was very, very hard. And by the time I finished this project, I was very, very stressed. So remember, be stress-free. Try to not have any stress. And tell everyone you know, be stress-free. So do you have any questions?
Thank you.